What is it that I smell? No, it's not the coffee. It's the weekend.
All right.
It is a quarter to the weekend.
I thought it was my cologne.
It could be.
I think it is.
But it's the weekend.
What
It's
if my
the
cologne
weekend.
smells like the weekend?
You think so?
Two things can be true at the same time.
I mean, Harry Styles has perfumes that smell like intimate moments.
I can't think of anyone more different from me than Harry Styles. I personally cannot even start to imagine.
But nevertheless, you are watching Smell the Coffee with Diana Master and Ashwin Betty, and we are so excited to be bringing you today's episode. We are going to be talking up a storm. I lie. Ashwin is going to be talking up a storm.
That's what I do.
So you can just sit back and watch with me, because Ashwin will be taking over the show today. But do stick around. We will be right back with our top stories right after this break.
Neo Paints has established a 67-year Namibian legacy, creating personalized paint solutions that blend quality and innovation for the Namibian people. We pride ourselves in being a 100% Namibian-owned company, investing in our country and our people by employing and empowering true Namibians. With every brushstroke, Neo Paints commits to our quality guarantee and always delivering a coat of excellence. At Neo Paints, we always stay true to our country. We are as Namibian as you.
Welcome to My.NA Cars, your ultimate destination for everything automotive.
I am your host, Diana Master. Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Discover the latest models, innovative technologies, and expert insights from our passionate hosts. Learn essential maintenance tips and get exclusive behind-the-scenes access to the automotive industry. Don't miss My.NA Cars on NTV every Thursday at 2100 hours. Tune in and ignite your passion for automobiles.
Okay, so let's get right into it. Kanye West and his wife Bianca, excuse me, are in the news.
Is that her surname? Excuse me. No, I was lost, sorry. I assume his surname is now West. Oh, sorry.
And you know what's funny is every time they write wife in quotation marks. So I don't know what that means.
Interesting. Maybe their relationship is on the spectrum.
Maybe. But nevertheless, they have been making headlines for all the wrong reasons recently while they were in Italy. Now she has taken it a step further. Bianca Censori walks around Italy wearing only a cushion to cover herself. Bianca Censori and Kanye West have been in the news ever since they were spotted having intercourse in public in Venice. Before that, the rapper's wife has been the center of attention due to the transparent and provocative outfits she has worn during her trip to Italy. However, it seems that the designer has just passed the limit, because although in the past days she was singled out for the way she dresses, she was recently captured walking through the Italian streets using only a cushion to get on. Several photos revealed that throughout the day, Censori decided to wear tight nude-colored pants and what could be a torn blouse that left her body completely exposed, which is why she chose to walk around the city covering her chest with a purple cushion that she borrowed from the hotel.
I have questions.
Ask away.
Since when did we forget about pasta, good wine, all the lovely things that Italy has to offer? You know what I'm saying? Whatever happened to that?
Whatever happened to that?
At the same time, looking at this subject as a man, or someone who identifies as a man, I don't know how you say it. Am I supposed to say I identify as a man? I'm a man.
You're politically correct.
Right. So, was she feeling cold? I don't know, I'm just going to ask practical questions. Maybe she was feeling cold. What's the weather like?
I mean, but like if she's cold, so she's only cold here and the arms are not cold.
Let's be honest. In her defense, I'm playing devil's advocate over here. In her defense, cushions are warm. It did look like it's got the kind of material that if I were to lay my head on, I'll be warm. Look, it's obviously, these are people who are attention seekers, and they've managed to monetize us having conversations like this about them. Sometimes it's a creative statement. You know, Lady Gaga came out with the meat costume, which is, but yeah, and some of those things, it depends on the moment. You know what I mean? Because we understand the Italians. You know, the best of Italians is their food. The worst of Italians is football racism. But in between there, it's pure good times for the most part. You know what I mean? And that's not to say, obviously, all Italians are racist. It's just usually a lot of football racism does stem from that area. But that's not who they are. It's a place where you can interact with so many people, so many different cultures. And when these guys go there, sometimes, I don't know, because Italy is also about fashion.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I'm wondering, are some Italians looking at this and going, you know, I kind of like what's going on. Because, for example, if Lady Gaga wore the meat dress in Namibia, where we love to brag, you feel me?
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, no, I feel you. I feel you.
You know, we might
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
You pick up what I say. So maybe it's the moment, it's the space, but it just sounds like it's another Kanye West thing. And I think now he's found this feels like his match.
His match. Is it a great match? To us? No. To them, yes.
Yeah.
They get along like a house on fire because honestly speaking, they have been making the headlines for all the wrong reasons. And it comes back to what you're saying, that they're just attention seekers.
Absolutely. And, you know, fashion is subjective. I was talking about, you know, where you are, but we do have a lot of cultures which have no problem with exposing that area. But then again, if it's not your culture, we've never understood it to be your background. And in Italy, there have been other incidents. You have to ask, you know, is this another attention-grabbing attempt? And I think it is. I mean, it's a nice cushion. Credit to the cushion. Cushions are comfortable, and people have the right to keep themselves warm in whatever way.
This actually reminded me, remember in COVID times where we lost it as a nation, as women, and we would get pillows and put a belt over the pillow and make it a dress.
That was a thing.
That was a thing.
That was a TikTok challenge.
Yes.
Why did we have so many TikTok challenges during COVID?
Oh my
This is the other question.
Oh my goodness.
Do you remember the Don't Rush challenge?
Oh!
It's like
the Don't Rush
while the numbers are going up, people are getting, here we are, we're just putting our hands on the screen.
And then we had the makeup gurus with the makeup brush going.
The makeup brush on the
thing. And then
thing.
it's like,
But
and then with the wipe it down.
Oh, yes, wipe it down. But look, we had to find a way to get by.
Yeah.
I guess we had to find a way to get by. Now, Sophie Turner and Joe Jonas are not getting by because they are filing for divorce. Now, Sophie Turner's alleged affinity for the nightlife reportedly caused her husband, Joe, to initiate divorce proceedings. Now, she likes to party. He likes to stay at home. They have different lifestyles, and this is according to a source who told TMZ. Now, Jonas, 34, filed the petition in Miami stating that his union with the Game of Thrones alum, 27, is irretrievably broken. The musician hired powerhouse celebrity attorney Tom Sasa, who famously handled Tiger Woods' divorce, to guide him through the process. Now, Jonas is going to keep all his royalties from his music, and she's going to keep all her royalties and residuals from her acting career. So there isn't going to be much issues with regards to the splitting of assets and all of that. But yeah, the two of them have divorced. She in this picture, she kind of reminds me of what's that wonderful cartoon? This is the cartoon Addams Family. The lady from the Addams Family.
Yes.
There we go.
Yes.
Wonderful. And here she looks like Princess Diana. So she's a lady of many looks.
She's a lady of many looks.
So,
I mean,
yes,
so
divorce.
they've been married for 4 years.
Yes.
They have 2 children.
I have to be honest. I have not cared about them a single day until like right now. But I'm here. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
They've been married for 4 years. He's 34 and she's 27. That means he was 30 And she was 23. Okay. I've met 23-year-olds. I don't know if you've met 23-year-olds, Diana.
I was 23 at some point.
Just very recently, I imagine. Now, with 23-year-olds,
wow, it's too early.
It's too early, too soon.
It's only 8 o'clock, okay.
But it makes sense for a 23-year-old to want to party. It does. For a 23-year-old to want to be, in fact, I mean, they say our brains aren't done fully developing women by the age of 25.
25,
if I'm not mistaken. And personally, I can't speak for anybody else, but personally, aside from, I guess, like education and, you know, the places I decided to place myself in, I don't trust a single decision I made before 25.
Exactly.
I don't like that guy.
You know, I was saying this to my friend the other day and saying, when you're 18, in your mind, I am so grown.
Oh, yeah,
I know everything that I need to know. I am mature. I can make my own decisions. You turn 21 and you look back and you're like, wait,
what was that
whoa,
about?
whoa.
Exactly.
I was a kid.
Yeah.
So the thing is, also, guys, normalize marrying your type.
Yes. Don't change people.
Don't change people. If you found me clubbing, best believe I'm still going to club. That's just who I am as a person. If you found me staying at home, I'm still going to stay at home. Don't expect me to change.
Let's say, though, there has to be some kind of responsibility placed on someone who does agree. You know what I'm saying? You do know it is a marriage, you do have 2 children, and you do agree to be a part of that. So, of course, as much as someone is like, look, you're supposed to be wiser making these judgments. And for all we know, she was wise in there. And perhaps she felt like, you know, she could have, both worlds could have coexisted or whatnot. Irretrievably broken sounds like there's more to it than we know. It sounds like there's a whole lot more to it. I mean, we don't even know the children's names. Apparently, they've never said the children's names.
The one was said, I think. It's just the young one that they only recently revealed the initials.
Exactly. So I understand people can make you make a commitment, but if I'm asked to make sense of a relationship between a 23-year-old and a 30-year-old, I would assume the 30-year-old would know better. Just putting it out there. Just putting it out there.
Thank you for saying that.
But also at the same time, I'm not going to be, as long as it's something that is, I don't know how to put it, socially acceptable, legal, very important. I understand people can fall in love across different ages and different age groups.
No, definitely.
But to not take cognizance of what it means to marry a 23-year-old is like, I personally, in fact, I said I hadn't thought about Sophie Turner, but I had. I actually had. I was a huge Game of Thrones fan. I was fortunate that people tried to spoil it for me, but they told me that the final season wasn't good. So I didn't watch it. That's how good my discipline is. I've never watched Game of Thrones, so for me, it's still a great series.
I watched the first season.
First season, you left it.
And then they killed Khal Drogo, and I was like,
Drogo. Oh, I thought it was Ned Stark is with
No.
Drogo?
No.
I can live without him. So, but then I saw Sophie Turner at a game. I think it was a baseball or an American football game, and they had this camera which went to her, and she downed a beer. And I was so proud of her.
You're like, wow.
Oh, yes, it's start to finish. She just like one time down the beer. And I was like, you go, girl. But turns out Jonas was like, that's not going to work.
Yeah, but okay, just to bring you back to what you said about being a 30-year-old and marrying a 23-year-old and the 30-year-old needing to know better. Yes, you do find 23-year-olds that are more mature because of life circumstances, like things like that. Of course, we understand. But you being the 30-year-old need to now realize, okay, this is the person that I'm dealing with. This is the person I've decided I love, and this is the person that I've decided I want to spend most of my life with.
So you're supposed to think it through.
You're supposed to think it through.
But in their defense, remember the Jonases, one of their claim to fame was that they decided to remain pure, i.e. virgins, until they got married. And so I would imagine that the sacredness, quotes, that he approaches marriage with could certainly be different from Sophia Turner. I know it's definitely different from general American culture, but like we're saying, I thought we'd have thought it through, buddy.
Yeah, man, but nevertheless, Kourtney Kardashian thanks doctors for saving baby's life after fetal surgery. Kourtney Kardashian has revealed she is recovering from urgent fetal surgery as she praised doctors for saving her baby's life. The news comes after husband Travis Barker's band Blink-182 announced they were postponing concerts in the UK and Ireland as the singer returned home due to an urgent family matter. I'm eternally grateful to my husband who rushed to my side from tour to be with me in the hospital and take care of me afterwards. My rock, and to my mom, thank you for holding my hand through this. As someone who has had 3 really easy pregnancies in the past, I wasn't prepared for the fear of rushing into urgent fetal surgery. I don't think anyone who hasn't been through a similar situation can begin to understand that feeling of fear. I have a whole new understanding and respect for the mamas who have had to fight for their babies while pregnant. She's a gorgeous pregnant woman. Pregnancy looks good on Kourtney. Why?
Oh, no, I'm engaged. I'm not saying a single thing.
Okay,
Ain't gonna be
that's
the
a smart
Kardashians.
move.
Never gonna
That's
catch
a
me
smart
slipping.
move.
It's not happening
That is
today.
a smart move.
That's it, Travis Barker. That's a king right there.
That's a
he
king
left
right there.
tour to go and be by his wife's side.
Right.
You know what I mean? Some guys will not leave their shift of
Scott.
8 to 5. Scott did it? Yeah, Scott. Yeah, we all know about Scott. Yeah, some guys don't leave their 8 to 5, you know, to go and be there for the important moments. But, you know, certain moments in life cannot be repeated. And they can't be forgotten.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Good and bad. And it's beautiful to see people who say, you know, I do doing.
You know, that's the whole point of having a partner, right? A spouse. Because when you get married, you make these vows in sickness and in health, for richer or for poor, for better or worse, all of that. Yes, Ashwin, I know my marriage vows.
I'm listening to you. I am hearing you.
But the fact is, all of this is fine in theory, and you know, because when people are there cheering us on, I will love you in sickness and in health. But then when it actually comes to
sickness
and health, it's like, ooh, that's a little too sick, buddy.
Story altogether.
It's a different story altogether. So really, kudos to him for leaving their tour.
And that's Blink-182.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't know about Gen Zs, but some of us who grew up in the 90s, we love Blink-182.
Yeah.
Like, that is an amazing band and with an amazing following. But it's also fitting. The fans would understand because remember, she announced she was pregnant
At his
at
concert,
a Blink-182 concert.
at their
You know what I mean?
concert. That was
so
beautiful.
yeah, and it's everyone I've spoken to who has had such struggles do consider it one of the most potent miracles someone can go through to be able to deliver their child safely, and you know it can be scary,
Yes.
as folks say, and
It can be. And really, Kourtney and Travis, they seem to be in it for the long run because even with his phobia of flying after his terrible...
of flying?
Yes.
Oh, I thought he said he had a phobia of lying. Now that's a perfect husband. Like if he was searching a phobia of lying, a guy that gets sick when he lies, you want to get that guy, Courtney. You want to keep him.
But nevertheless, that is it. They are together for the long run. But that is it for our top stories. Now, after the break, we take a visit to the Upside Down House. Stay tuned.
Hello and welcome to today's Sports Rep Show.
I am your host, Jesse Jackson Kauraifa. In replay, Namibia, who had won the toss for the first time on this tour.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, starting off with tennis news, both on the WTA for women's and
Today I am joined by Desiree van Beek, who is the founder of Eden Berry Farm. Thank you for welcoming us to your beautiful farm. Please tell us, we see you have an upside down house and a strawberry farm. This is the ideal place for anybody to come and spend like a Saturday or Friday or just a weekend to have fun and unwind. What what motivated or what prompted this concept?
So 2 years ago, we started with the strawberry farm, where it started during the devotion, where we got the revelation to start with the strawberry farm, and it expanded to the Upside Down House. So for us, Edenberry is a place of sweet happiness where we invite families. It's child friendly, where we invite families to just come and relax and enjoy sweet happiness and the experience of nature outside of the usual.
Yeah, definitely outside of the usual, because you have a house that is a literal optical illusion. So can you just tell me, how did you get to this idea of building a house upside down?
So the Upside Down House experience is, it started twofold. Again, it was part of our devotion time, but we also realized that not everybody in Namibia has the opportunity to travel the world. So it's actually a concept that is all over Europe, very well known in Europe. And not everybody has the opportunity to travel the world. We had the opportunity, we as a family had the opportunity to travel the world. The vision is really born by with my husband Richard, and we want to bring what's out there to our local people so they can enjoy it, because we understand not everybody has the means and ability to do that. So just imagine if each and every one of us who travel the world come back to Namibia and implement it, we can make Namibia a world-class country. Certainly. It's already a world-class country.
No, certainly, I agree. And what are some of the unique features, other than the house being upside down, of course, that the house has?
The house has, there's a lot of sentiment to the house, because there features items of our great grandfather. Goes back to 1954. We have the first book that our daughter, the eldest daughter, got when she went to the university, and she actually signed in it. We have little shoes of our daughter. So there's a lot of sentiment to what the family history that is actually represented in the house, and the best is yet to come, because as we discover some of the history, we're just going to add it to the house and give our children an opportunity to leave a legacy behind for us, for our children, and our children's children, and obviously to our Namibians to enjoy.
Well, you said that it's also open to the public, right? Could you please just explain to our viewers, if they would like to come and spend a lovely Saturday afternoon here, what is the procedure and how do they reach you in order to get here?
All right. What we do currently, we allow people to book via a specific WhatsApp number, which we can share with you. They can book via that WhatsApp number. While we are in the process to allow bookings online, where people can do bookings online and also do the payment integration and do the payments online. What that means is a family pick a specific picnic spot. Now we have images of the picnic spot, so you select your picnic spot, you select the amount of people that will be joined at the picnic spot. You come in with your cooler box, you can bring even your camping chair, but we will make sure that there's enough space for the amount of people at the picnic spot, and it costs $100 to enter, which will give you access to the picnic spots, to the Upside Down House, and to the strawberry fields. The children, there's a play park for the children to enjoy. So yes, during season, the people will have to pay then extra for their strawberry picking, the amount of strawberries that they pick. But we really out there to make sure that people have
Wholesome fun.
wholesome fun. Yeah.
That is exactly the vibe that I am getting here. Unfortunately, all we have for you. If you are looking to enjoy some strawberry picking fun or simply enjoy the optical illusion of an upside down house, make your way to Farm Narugas on the Windhoek and Leeuward route. Could you please just explain to us where exactly, because we kind of got lost here on our way.
Yeah, all right. So as you go from Windhoek, the roadblocks, you pass Omaya, you pass Groothoop, you pass Wamitas, Sableview. Just shortly after Sableview, there's a plot. There's actually a gate which indicates Narugat's plots on your left-hand side, and just follow the instructions from there.
Well, you know what they say, all good things must come to an end. How did you enjoy the show, Ashwin?
It was fun, very interesting. You know, and I spend all this time consuming current affairs and news.
It's good to, you know,
to
let
release,
loose.
you know, figure what's happening in the Hollywoods.
In the Hollywoods with the celebrities.
With the celebrities,
Yeah.
all of them.
I mean, yeah, but thank you so much for joining me, Diana Master and Ashwin Berry, on today's episode of Smell the Coffee. We will be back, not with Ashwin though, I will be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. So from me, it's all my love, because Ashwin doesn't do that. He made a disclaimer.
Yes.
So from me, all my love, all my light, and
Swear
adios.